Hello, hello. Right, I'm just looking for the live on here so I can see who's there. Haha, I'm here. Hello, hello. Hi, Kim. I'm just gonna share to... Well, I'm just gonna share to whoever's in the list because you know I only get a certain amount of people to invite every time. Oh, I felt like something bit us there. Anyway, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Donna. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Jane. Jane, how's your leg? Right, I am gonna... What am I doing here? Right. Am I working? I think I'm working. You know, this mess. Right, I'll turn that round and I can see the chart here. We are colouring with embossing powder. I'm going to show you what I've done. It's something a bit different. It looks, if you're using the ultra thick, it hi Lorna, hi Sue, hi Joe, hi. So if you're using the ultra thick, it leaves more space and it's more distressed. That's the word I'm looking for. But if you're using the ultra fine, then it covers better. I love this one. This is the Wow powder, and this one is called Sunburst. But if you haven't got loads of colour in embossing powders, but you've got clear, what you can do is, and I'll do some, my trusty Rocky Road tin is, now where's a spoon or something? We'll use this. What you can do is, I've just got a little tub here. I'm not going to mix loads up though because it hasn't got a lid. Just decanter some. And you never use a lot of embossing powder, ever. Oh, Jane, you'll be round the bend. Hi, Maureen. And then you can make your own colours just by adding mica powder. So, oh, this one is a magical, it's called Cheshire Cat Cherry. So you need like the tiniest bit for any embossing powder. I'm sure I've done this before on a live, but I'm not sure I've done it on YouTube. Oh, and this, when it melts in, oh, sorry, squeak, it will go a lovely colour. And you can't really see much there, but it will. And we're going to attempt it. What I've been using as well, mine's a Stamperia one, but you can get the Wow, do it in a pen. So many different brands do them in pen form now, and this is probably the reason why. I will start off on here. I've got embossing powder everywhere, and actually should we do a big flower and see what that, see if the mica powder needed to be more. But all I'm doing is I'm going over everything. I'm not going out of the petals, and I'm colouring each one so I've still got some of the outline. And again, this can be done with anything, but my aim is, because I don't do stamps, is to show, technically these images here, the black and white ones I give you, are all just stamped out images anyway, so you can still do all the techniques that you would with a stamp. And because of the stuff that I use, the toner that makes the prints, you can actually put it through the, honestly, I'm so sorry, I've lost words, through the, where you foil it with the laminating machine. I think I need to go back to bed. There we go. And then a heat tool, if you've got earphones in, brace yourself. Hi, Gemma. You can use so many different things. Think outside the box a bit. I mean, when my pen came, I was like, you know what? I've never actually seen anybody colouring in with embossing powders. There probably is somebody out there, but it just kind of makes sense. So my clear is a chunky embossing powder and it's about 8-year-old. So I'm hoping it hasn't gone off. But this powder here, I'm hoping we're going to get like an iridescent. You can get in the Stamperia ones a black embossing ink as well. And this powder I've used seems to be iridescent. So I think it'll show up on the black pen even better. Which we'll try this one. You can kind of see it's got like iridescent. But I will grab the black pen. There it is. It's blending. And I'm going to try it again. Just on a little one. So this is a black embossing ink. But if you've got oil pens though, you know, oh, like the Pebeo oil-based ones, the artist markers, try it with that if you've got one of them, because these stay wet a little bit longer, just like the embossing powder, and it will stick. So it's worth giving it a go, because you're not going to waste much embossing powder if you do that. Hi, Nat. Yes, you can do the foil. I've not actually tried it, but somebody has told us they have. Oh no, that's a bit feeble looking as well. You can kind of see it. We'll do with a colour. I maybe need more powder in it. You can actually see that it is very iridescent as well. So, bad example, of course, Emma. Oh, with these ones, I do have some of the Distress powders as well. I thought we could try that because they're a translucent, so you'll still be able to see the picture through it as well. I just thought this was such a cool idea that I had. I was like, oh, I like that. I bet you somebody else has thought of it though, but still. It's a new trick. I'll tell you the colour of this one in a second. Use your anti-static bag. This is Salty Ocean, this one, so they don't stick everywhere. I quite like it though, when you get the bits. I really quite like it. And then, after this, I'm gonna, because your embossing powder is technically, oh yes, I like this one with the clear. Look at that. And Mr. Holtz does loads of the colours, doesn't he? That, I like that. That's the one. So I like the ultra fine ones better. That one there is a Lindy's. It's a Lindy's Stamp Gang one. It's like a pearl purpley blue. And that's the chunky. And that's obviously the iridescent powder in the clear. So more powder in this one, but I'm not going to do that. But these ones here. But just to take a step on from there, I'll move my bits. Once you've got this all coloured, it's then going to act as a resist for putting your colour on top. So I'm going to go with the watercolour yellow. Come out. I think so. I'll have a little bit yellow. And actually we'll go with a little bit green. Had them all. Oh, we've got some green. And then just spray it, and it won't affect the flowers at all. Oh, Maggie days. Lovely. I like the breakfasts. So I am adding the more yellow. And then we'll dry that off. The ink, the embossing powder will melt again with this. So my suggestion would be, if you don't want it to kind of take on any of the watercolour, because it might separate a little bit, especially the chunky one, is just to lift it off. On this one, I'm going to leave it though to see how it looks. Yeah, generally if you give it a go, because I don't actually have, well I do, it's in the spider shed, laminator. Let us know how it is. I have been told that it works, and it should work in theory, but let us know. Are you alright, Caroline? Absolutely fine, my dear. I knew you would be there. So this now is a background, and I don't see why you can't actually colour in the butterflies and things. I haven't got that far. I was just so excited about the flowers that I wanted to show straight away. There's absolutely no reason why you can't do it in little increments, in sections, and do the butterflies and things as well. Oh, get that off. Because we'll be here for a month of Sundays. And you can see how it's resisted around it. I just think it gives a fabulous effect. So if you've got prints and things like that, and our Caroline does digi-prints as well. So with your digi-prints and things, you can actually colour them with your embossing ink and do exactly the same sort of thing. Hi, Hilary. You're all right, me dear? You're not late? So moving on, I'm actually going to make something with this. I've got this stencil here. I've made it myself, and it's a case of watch this space for stencils. But this is what I've used, and all I've done is I've put some black texture paste because I wanted it dry, and I've used one of the backing papers out of Colour Create Kit 2 Flower-tastic, and that's it. It's a lovely stencil, I have to say. I have already coloured these in, and I should have another one. There it is, ready to colour. And again, the love affair with the craft card is still going. Pop that to one side. So with the papers that you get, obviously it is a really cool stencil, isn't it, Gemma? Watch this space for stencils. I am on it. This one I made myself, and well, I'm working on it basically. So that's what I want. And it's a watch this space kind of thing. It's just a cool shapes. It can be just to add texture, but also it looks so cool like that. There's so much coming for Christmas as well. 2 weeks. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So a week on Sunday coming, Christmas. And I've got a Christmas collection, and I've got something else which, again, I don't think I've seen before. They will be out there, but I haven't. It will be out there. And I've got a few things coming for that. I'm just looking for my pencil case. Sorry, I know I'm very much useless. Put things down. It takes prints. Honestly, my whole thing with it, I love stamps. I love stamps. I always will love stamps. But on average, we use stamps maybe 6, 7, 8 times before they get put away and we don't use them. And this way, you're using them. You're not having to store them, because this has always been my issue. I will always love stamps, and eventually I might make stamps. But I'm thinking for focal images like this, because the paper, you can do anything on it. Yes, you do have to cut them out. But again, if I can keep them simple, it's gonna... Gemma, you would think I knew, wouldn't you? I really didn't. If I can keep it kind of so that things are easy to cut out, then we can work around that, and then maybe bring out texture worker stamps which work with the focal point stamps. But we'll see how it goes. I'm still a baby, still brand new. So these are watercolor pencils, because I want to show that you can do everything with this paper. So we've used alcohol markers, we have used watercolor paints, now we're going with the pencils, we've used acrylic paint as well. We've done the image transfer on fabric and MDF. Is there anything else except going in the spider shed? Gemma, you will have to do the foil thing. Is there anything else you would like us to try? With watercolour pencils, what I'm doing is I'm just colouring the bit where I want darker. It's just the same sort of theory as with the watercolour paints, where you sort of put a little bit and then let the water pull it out. It's exactly the same sort of theory, but with the pencils you've got a little bit more control. I need to clean the glass mat off. Honestly, Christopher's been laughing at my speech today. He thinks I've been on the wine. Oh, me and Christopher went out this morning. How warm is it, may I add? Honestly, I have been melting. I'm even sat here with shorts on. It's not even a nice heat. It's that damp heat. I am literally roasting. And when you've got curly hair, when it's a wet heat like this, the whole day, I forgot to put a hairspray on my hair this morning to hold it down. I have, honestly, the warmer I've getting, the longer I was out in it, the bigger my hair was getting. I really did look like a toilet brush. Again, I probably won't do all this, because I might drive you insane watching us colour a full butterfly. But I'm thinking if I do this, then what we can do is add some embossing powder to these little bits as well, and just see how we get along. It's worth a try, isn't it? And if I try it and it doesn't work, then you don't have to. I think I've done that wrong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll colour this one in as well. These can all be yellow because I've just confused myself. Talking instead of concentrating. And I think we should have some blue. Really humid, isn't it? It's honestly not even. Hi, Judy. Feel the pain frizz. Are you the same with the hair? And my hair is just getting curlier the older I'm getting. It's not even funny. I had poker straight hair as a kid. And the older I'm getting, the curlier it's got. And after I had my first child, it got curlier. And then by the time I had Christopher, it was insane. I used to take the mickey out of my mum and say she had poodle hair. I'm exactly the same now. We are the poodle people. One, 2, 3. This is hard work when I'm talking. That one. You would think I was doing rocket science here, wouldn't you? Not just colouring a few. Sorry, is my head in the way? I'm getting closer and closer. Right, I'll grab a pen to pull out the colour. Water pen. Water brush. Poodle people. Yes, we are. And all you do is you pull it down. And you sort of see it come to life. Yeah. So add your water, let it come to life, and then sort of clean it off on a tissue or the back of your hand, whatever you like. And then just add the water in, and you're going to get that shade. So activate it, and then pull it out. It's a really relaxing way of doing it as well. And don't overthink about going out the lines and things like that. It can all be tidied up. And if you want more pulled up, just pull the ink up. It's there, it's activated. It will always reactivate with the water. So I feel like I've used a different colour here. I have, that's why. Right. I'm going to stop here, and I am going to add the embossing powder because that was the whole idea of it. With the, I'm saying I'm going to stop. I'm going to do the yellow bit as well. I will stop in a second, I promise. I may as well just do the blue now, mightn't I? Right, so what colour embossing powder do you think? Should we use that dark blue iridescent one? I'm just going to dry this off a second because I don't want the powder to stick to it all. You're a poodle person too. Excellent. Just gets bigger and bigger. Your hair's really strong though, isn't it, Maureen? I can tell just by looking at it how thick and strong your hair is. I would imagine it gets very hot underneath it. There we go. So that's dried off, and then find the pen. And what I'm going to do is and do one side at a time, just like this. And when you're at home, you've got much more time. You don't have to hurry through it like I do, because I feel like I'll lose attention. I guess I'll just get sick of hearing us. If I honestly, if I sat and coloured, I'm here for hours sometimes. It looks good already, doesn't it? Oh, I can see this being a new favourite thing. Oh, should we do this side? I'll just do the one side though, because I've already got one coloured and cut out. Oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'll put that away so I don't blow it all over. And this one's a Lindy's. This one is the Wow one, actually. I'm telling a complete lie. This one is Wow, and it's Primary Indigo. So it's not even the iridescent one. I picked up the wrong one. Oh, Caroline, you absolute superstar. Thank you very much. So I do really need to get the laminating machine out. To be honest, would it be really bad if I just bought a new one, didn't go in the shed? Oh, there, look how cool that is. But take your time when you're at home and sit and have a good play about it. There's the idea. It's just plain now. I'm bringing back this, and I am going to tear it. You know how much I like to tear. This is going to be the start. Again, you don't have to colour it all if you know you're going to cover it. I am going to cover it with that other paper. But you wouldn't do the middle bit if you if I knew I was going to tear it. I was just messing to start off with. I'm going to go in with a Villainous Potion because it's nearly Halloween. We need to do some Halloween crafts, don't we? And last year we did a pumpkin. This year, any suggestions? Should I get the skeletons out? The bones? Should we make an apothecary? I did show you the apothecary book box that I was making. I could maybe show how to do a mini one of them. I mean, the book box I did buy, it's a wooden one, but I'm pretty sure I could work out the measurements to make a one. If you would like to do some Halloween, send the boys it. That true. I don't really want them to touch stuff though. It's like they don't. If they dropped something, they would just leave it. I suppose I'd stand back and shout orders at them. Honestly. Right, before I go any further with this, I did want to try. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. If this looks like a dog's dinner, then so be it. I just really want to try. And this could be your wonky border, whatever. And this brown card, the craft card I'm using, is, you know those files that the doctors used to have your notes and things in? It's one of them. Oh, I'm going to go around with this one again. I just want to see if it works, you see, on the craft card. Or if the pen just totally... Of course it's working, Emma. I don't know why you thought it wouldn't. So imagine this in a gold embossing powder around your cards and things. And it could just be like your thingy lines. You know, where you... Oh, I give up. I need subtitles. I'm so sorry. Your lines. Just the lines that we do. And again, the heat tool. Ever so sorry. So this might not look the best on here, but I'm thinking having the edge on and then edging the papers with the Villainous Potion. There we go. Oh, there, we've got some action. Your best bet with the heat tool as well is to let it warm up a little bit before you start putting it on your embossing powder, it just tends to work a little better, and it's not as frustrating while you're waiting for it to heat up. Yeah, I had a plan with these files as well. I was going to make a journal, but I've got 50 of them. So I thought one for a card will not hurt. And even this could be a tag or a pocket or something in this journal that I'm eventually going to make when I work out how to get more days in my week. Oh, I'm pleased you like it, Sheila. It has gone crinkly, but it will flatten. And then this, oh, see, it's too big. Right, we're going to tear this down as well. You're back home. Oh, enjoy your McDonald's. I'm not jealous at all. Do you know what? I could just eat pizza. Right, we're going to have that. So I've got that on the wonk. I could move it over so we can see a bit more of this. This is looking quite Halloween-y anyway, the colours I've picked, isn't it? Yes, do feel free to share the live. And after the live, give it a few minutes, maybe 20. Come back and comment on it. And then more people might see. Because I'm finding YouTube really hard to build up. Really, really hard. And this one here, I've coloured in with alcohol markers. And it's a bit of a dog's dinner of colours, this, but I quite like it. Well, if you wouldn't mind coming back and just putting a comment, even if it's just hello or a little heart, because YouTube is really hard to build up. Do you know what? I actually really quite like this. I probably wouldn't have done the squiggly line, but I just want to see if it worked. And put ink around the edge. I don't mind this at all. It really is a colour blast. Sensation, but I like that, and this gives an amazing effect. And then with the texture paste as well, and it's black texture paste, and the one I've used is the Imagination Crafts, which I don't, might be Cadence now. Thank you so much, Jane. Oh, Kelly, you've missed yourself. Honestly, we've been colouring in with embossing powders and all sorts, and I didn't lose a word or anything. It was ever so smooth. But there we go. I really quite like that. I do. And this here, I mean, if you do it in your golds and your silvers as well, and then you do your distressed in the browns or the wood stains or even tea dye behind, it's going to be completely different. See, I wouldn't have normally, honestly, I wouldn't have usually put all these colours together. I would have coloured the butterfly to match the background. It technically does, but not really. But actually, I do like it. And even this bit I don't hate. I think this might have to go in the journal. You'll be watching back. No problem at all, Kelly. You're absolutely fine. Watch the space for stencils. I am on it. Also watch the space for all sorts. Very, very soon. I won't start Christmas sneak peeks yet because it is a week on Sunday. It's coming out. I just want to have everything ready for you. Here. That would help if it was all here. I have been promised that it will be here before then. So, yes, short and sweet. It's been lovely. I'm loving this. Anything else you want us to try with these papers, and I can, let us know. If I can't, Caroline will. Will you pop a picture up of the foiled butterfly, please, Caroline? I'll just get Caroline to try it. She's organised, and our craft room is immensely organised. It's quite sickening, really, considering if I move too much, it'll all fall over. Like, breathe the wrong way, it all comes tumbling down. But thank you so, so much again. Feel free to share the lives, come back, comment, and I will see you Sunday, this Sunday at 8 PM. Underneath this video, if there's anything you do want us to try, leave a comment or send us a message. Like I say, if I can't, I'll find somebody who can. I do have a new glue gun, so I won't need help from a grown-up for a while with that one, I think. And I'm not going to put anything that shouldn't go in it. So, again, thank you so, so much. I will see you Sunday. Have a lovely weekend. And if you do try this, pop pictures up. I'd love to see. Bye for now. Thank you, Caroline, lovely. Bye for now.